Hello, I'm Terry Collins, and this is Team 2's presentation. As the team leader, I'm excited to present to you my team members and our project, Stouffer Furniture and Milling. I hope you enjoy the presentation. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Chris Maddox, and I am the Infosystems Analyst on Team 2.
Hello, my name is Fallon Lowry, and I'm the Resource Manager of Team 2.
My name is Jessica Lango, and I am the Operations Research Analyst.
Hello, my name is Jason Matsky, and I'm the web designer of the group. I make the website look pretty and functional.
My name is Derek Myers, and I am the Database Administrator for Team 2.
And I am Stephen Davis, the Security Administrator. Real quickly here, I wanted to go over our project and cover some of the major points. And to start off with, I wanted to talk about the market. The Stouffers create handmade products out of wood, and obviously their targeted audience are those seeking those handmade products. A lot of consumers are steering towards those handmade products to put in their homes as opposed to typical and run-of-the-mill things that you can find in your local stores. And so the demand for these products is certainly up. And the Stouffers have the ability to fill that demand for the customers because they have the ability to create whatever the customer is looking for. Because they mill their own lumber and it's a family-run business, they have the ability to do whatever the customer is looking for. The major competition that they have right now, and the thing that kind of sets them back from their competition, would be lack of exposure at the moment. However, this is starting to change. As you can, once the web page was created, there has been an increase in traffic. Their initial page was kind of bland and a bit boring, and with the new page, it's pretty clear that it's attracting more attention. So as you can see here, this is one of the Stouffers' Facebook pages. Since the launch of the web page, they've seen quite an increase in traffic, and so you can see they've got over 1,000 people who are now following and have liked their Facebook page. So you can see the positive effect that the new web page has had on their business so far. So with this image here, you can see exactly the kind of stuff that the Stouffers create. It's not something that you would typically see in a normal store. So it's very unique, and it's something that is very sought after, which leads me straight into financial sustainability. Because of the uniqueness of what they create, and because more people are leaning towards having these handcrafted furniture in their home or in their business, it leads to more profit, especially once their exposure has increased, which is exactly what we've seen with the web page and on their Facebook. So, and not to mention, because they mill their own timber, that saves them a substantial amount in the production of this furniture, and the new web page will incur minimal cost in relation to the money that it will bring them. As you can see here, since the website has gone live, you can see just how much the demographics for the Stouffers customer base has expanded, and will continue to expand as word travels and more people see what they have to offer. Social media and word of mouth is a huge role in any business, and you can see how these positive comments on their website, on their Facebook pages, offer a huge advantage in increasing their exposure and allowing more people to see just exactly who the Stouffers are and what kind of products they create. With this newfound exposure, there could be some unintended or negative consequences, but that's something that can be easily fixed just simply because the website is scalable and the database is scalable. It makes it easier to adjust as the business grows. You can adjust for a higher influx of customers and more people wanting your products, and adjust for that demand. And this could include even as far as hiring new employees to help them in the building process to meet the demand of customers should it build to that level. So if the Stuffers continue what they're doing, I think the likelihood of success is very high. I mean, simply because of the amount of experience that they have in this field, the backing that they have, and the beautiful products that they create. I don't see how they could fail. So right now with the Stouffer's, the largest hurdle that they have to jump, and the biggest disadvantage that they have right now is going to be learning how to keep up with this technological curve, and learning how to use this web page, and learning how to use their social media accounts in an effective way to continue promoting themselves. See here really quickly, you've got a chart that kind of breaks down some risk factors that come into play, and some ways to mitigate those risks, and the probability of those risks happening. Simple things like data loss and malware attacks. And as I said before, since the launch of the website, the Stouffer's have seen an increase in foot traffic on the web page, which is obviously exactly what they want. And I'm going to switch over to the web page once again and kind of talk about briefly why I think that is. So right off the bat, the new page is much more aesthetically pleasing, and right here in the background you've got some of their products, and it just immediately tells you, who the Stouffer's are and what they're all about. And everything flows easily down this web page. You've got some of your products listed here, and you've got the company overview and a little bit about the Stouffer's. Got some different breakdown points here. You've got the ability to subscribe, and this allows you to keep up with what they've got going on and any kind of sales and events. And the same can be done through the Facebook pages, which you can easily access right here. You've got a contact us section right here, and this is something that is much better than what they had on their original page, for something that a lot of people would overlook, but it's something that is it's very important for text boxes and the collection of data such as email addresses. So before, you could put in any kind of junk email address, and as long as it had the correct ending on it for any of the popular email providers, it would accept that. And you see now it kicks it back and says, hey, that's not right. So it's some simple things like that make a huge difference when you are collecting data about your customers. You can see it just on the same page. It's got the map of where it's at, and you can get directions directly to it if you live close enough. And Facebook reviews. So you've got your cart through the full-size live edge black walnut headboard in here. I'll go ahead and check out. And you can see that the financial side of it is handled through PayPal, which is going to be a lot easier for the Stouffer's, because the security is there and PayPal is already well established, and that makes it a lot easier for them to handle. So the main thing that they'll want to collect here is just the customer information as far as email address, phone number, and then the shipping information, which will be handled by UPS or in-person pickup if they live close enough. So to wrap this up here, the main thing that I wanted to point out is just the Stouffer's have such a huge advantage over competitors in this industry simply because of the very clear passion that they have for carpentry, and that's reflected in the work that they put out. Just for example, this sink here is something that's so unique and something that you don't typically see in a home or a business. So seeing something like that would really catch someone's eye, and there's just such a market for it, and it's refreshing to see something so different that breaks the mold and hand created by a family that has such a passion for this art. That's gonna just about do it. This has been Team 2's presentation. Thank you for watching.